Chapter 31. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Still, right then, with a ripple in space, that I saw a masked guy with an orange swirl mask, Uchiha Obito, show up. Who's that? Zusama's protector. The root ninja, hidden in the shadows, were immediately shocked by Obito's sudden appearance and blocked Danzo's path. Heh. Obito, unfazed, looked at the root ninja and said, "I'm not your enemy. I'm here to cooperate with your leader." The root ninja exchanged glances, unsure of what to do. "Who are you?" Danzo looked puzzled. "I don't think I've seen you before." "It doesn't matter who I am. What matters is I can help you deal with the Uchiha." "Humph. I don't think so." Danzo narrowed his eyes. "I don't cooperate with strangers. Take off your mask." "Too bad." Obito chuckled. "Seems like you're missing out on a win-win situation. No wonder Ryuni called you a waste." "Shut up," Danzo, triggered by the mention of the Uchiha name, snapped. "I'll work with you to destroy the Uchiha, but if you even think about hurting the Leaf Village, I'll show no mercy." "Happy to cooperate." Obito's lips curled beneath the mask. "Together, we'll wipe the Uchiha clan off the face of the ninja world." "How?" Danzo took a breath. "The Uchiha are key figures in the Leaf Village. Even the village elders won't mess with them. Don't worry. The Uchiha will soon face a crisis of trust. That's when you make your move." Poof, star, with another spatial ripple, Obito vanished, leaving Danzo confused. "Weird." Danzo frowned. He couldn't figure out what the masked man meant. Now that the war was over, what crisis could the Uchiha face? "You guys clean up." Irritated, Danzo waved his hand and headed back to the root base. Today's events had thrown him off, and he needed time to think. Meanwhile, on Hokage Rock, whoosh, star. A spatial fluctuation, Obito appeared, gazing emotionlessly at the Leaf Village. It used to be his home, but after Rin's death, the Leaf Village had become a place of pain. If it weren't for his ideals, he wouldn't even set foot here. "You still can't bring yourself to destroy the Uchiha, can you?" Black Zetsu emerged from the ground, curious. "Destroy," Obito retorted. "I have no feelings for the Leaf Village or the Uchiha. Soon, I'll summon the Nine Tails and give the Leaf Village a rude awakening." Obito hadn't spoken his true thoughts. Rin's death had instilled in him a deep hatred and distrust for the ninja world. Summoning the Nine Tails was the first step in his revenge. Have White Zetsu continue monitoring the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. "I believe it won't be long." The space twisted again. Obito disappeared, as if he'd never been there. "Everything is going according to plan." Black Zetsu smirked. He loved pulling the strings, even with someone as strong as Madara Uchiha. Now, Obito was his pawn. "Stupid brother." Black Zetsu looked up at the moon. "One day, I'll save our mother, Kagaya Otsutsuki, whoosh, star." With a similar sensation, Black Zetsu vanished. "I didn't expect the dead last Uchiha Obito to actually pull off a comeback." Shortly after Black Zetsu left, Uchiha Onion appeared on Hokage Rock. Having mastered his haki, nothing in the Leaf Village escaped his notice, especially the spatial disturbances caused by Obito. His observation haki made them impossible to miss. "Obito's here, which means he's about to start messing with the Leaf Village." Leonian crossed his arms, his expression serious. He wouldn't overthink it. He'd face the challenge head-on. The Nine Tails attack was an opportunity. P.S. Ask for tips. Collection. Flowers and reviews, sprout new. Thank you. Chapter 32. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time sure flies. Almost half a year had zipped by, and Konoha Village was as peaceful as ever. Minato Namikaze, the new fourth Hokage, was settling into his role nicely, with the steady support of the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. The villagers loved him, and he was building strong relationships with other ninja villages. For example, when the country of Galulan faced a crisis, Minato, as the fourth Hokage, dedicated himself to sealing their dragon veins. thanks to these efforts, Minato was well on his way to becoming a legendary Hokage, inside the Hokage building, in an office on the top floor. Who? Hiruzen Sarutobi, who had stepped down from the Hokage position, puffed on his pipe, a cloud of smoke escaping with each exhale. He was irritated, really irritated. As the third Hokage, he thought that by backing Minato, he could still pull the strings, guide Konoha according to his own vision, but he hadn't counted on Minato becoming so popular, so quickly. Part of it was Minato's charming personality, but the other part was that his decisions seemed to resonate more with the majority of Konoha's people. It was a sticky situation. What should I do? Hiruzen kept asking himself, but the truth was, Minato's popularity was a rising tide. Unless Minato were to, disappear, but was that even possible? Sigh. All that came out was a heavy sigh. Meanwhile, at the Uchiha Clan's sacred Nanga shrine. I can't believe the system wants me to check in here this time. Click. The door creaked open as Uchiha Ryunin walked into the Nanga shrine. It was the Uchiha Clan's secret meeting place, off-limits to most members, but Ryunin, as the clan's only elite physical ninja, had the clearance. After navigating a series of dimly lit passages, Ryunin entered a large, spotless room. In the center stood a towering stone monument, easily taller than a person. It was the stone tablet inscribed by the Sage of Six Paths, filled with hidden truths that unlocked in the order of Sharingan, Mangekyo Sharingan, and finally, Rinnegan. Ryunin remembered that in the original timeline, the shrine's basement remained intact even after Pain's devastating attack on Konoha. The Sage of Six Paths stone tablet, tampered with by Black Zetsu. Madara Uchiha really drew the short straw. A smirk tugged at Ryunin's lips as he gazed at the monument. Did the sage really not know what was going on, or was he just playing dumb? Whatever. Probably just some Otsutsuki family drama. After a moment, Ryunin took a deep breath and said firmly, "System, check in at Nanga Shrine." 1 second, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, after a minute, the familiar chime sounded. Ding! Congratulations, host. Check-in at Nanga Shrine successful. Ding! Congratulations, host. Gained 10% experience. Wait, 10%? Ryunin was baffled. Usually, the check-in rewards were substantial. But this time? Just 10% of Whitebeard's template? Seriously? Whitebeard's template unlocked to 70%, plus 10%. Host has now unlocked 80% of Whitebeard's template. Ding! Congratulations, host. Unlocked 80% of the Whitebeard template, one of the 4 emperors. Unlocked the power of Whitebeard's tremor fruit, unaffected by sea stone. Whoa! Ryunin's frown melted into a wide grin. Scratch that, this was awesome. He'd been stuck at 70% for ages, and now, thanks to this measly 10%, he was at 80%. Plus, he'd unlocked Whitebeard's most terrifying ability, the power of the tremor fruit. The system had even considered the Hokage world's unique circumstances and removed the sea stone weakness. That was ridiculously cool. After all, no one knew if the water jutsu in this world contained sea stone, and now it didn't matter. Even if he went to the world of pirates, he could be unstoppable. Host, would you like to merge with the power of Whitebeard's tremor fruit? The system's mechanical voice broke through his thoughts. Merge? Ryunin replied immediately, *buzz, star. In an instant, a blinding white energy surged through Ryunin's body. His mind was flooded with a vision. Whitebeard, one of the 4 emperors, clenching his fists, wisps of fluorescent power radiating outwards. Then, a punch. Boom! The air around him exploded, cracks appearing in space itself. The heavens and earth trembled, threatening to collapse. The power was terrifying. P.S. Please leave some tips, collections, reviews, and flower sprouts. Thanks. Read books on Friday and have fun. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. To rush immediately, event period, April 29th to May 3rd. Chapter 33. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Whoa, how long had it been? The Uchiha opened his eyes. Too strong, seriously, way too strong. After unlocking the shock fruit's power, Uchiha Ryuin truly understood Whitebeard's terrifying strength. Bottom line. Whitebeard, one of the 4 emperors, deserved the title strongest man in the world. The guy Sengoku claimed had the power to destroy the world. Only 80% unlocked for now, but, with the immortal body, I should be able to perfectly unleash the shock fruit's insane power. Buzz, lost in thought, Uchiha Ryuin focused, and wisps of luminescent white power enveloped his fists. Crack. Crack, the air around Uchiha Ryuin's fist exploded. Cracks appeared, visible to the naked eye. That's insane. Looking at the fractures in reality, Uchiha Ryuin marveled, instinctively releasing his fist, causing the shock fruit's power to vanish instantly. System, show me my stats. Uchiha Ryuin gave the quiet command. Ding. Generating host stats. Ding. Stats generated. Host, Uchiha Ryuin, age, 12 years old, current check-in location, Konoha Village, notable rewards from accumulated check-ins, Whitebeard's template, 80% unlocked, Navy 6 styles, proficient, fire style, majestic destroyer flame, shadow clone jutsu, observation haki, advanced, armament haki, advanced, conqueror's haki, intermediate. Hashirama Senju's immortal body, fused, aim no habakiri, next check-in location refresh, 90 days, note, sign in at the system's refreshed check. In location to receive incredible rewards. Nice. After a quick scan, Uchiha Ryuin nodded, satisfied. 3 months ago, the system's refresh point was the Uchiha Clan compound, so he'd signed in there and gotten the Hyuga's absolute defense, 8 trigrams palm rotation. Ryuin was a little bummed about that. His taijutsu was already plenty strong. Now he had 8 trigrams palm rotation, pushing him further down the path of hand-to-hand combat. Whatever, time to go. Ryuin closed the stat panel and got ready to leave the Nanga Shrine. Half an hour later, the entrance to the Konoha Military Police Force Station. Ryuin, the clan head's wife, had another son. His name's Sasuke Uchiha, apparently. Looks like another prodigy for Konoha, after Itachi. Another young master born. Our Uchiha clan is thriving. Ryuin hadn't even entered the military police headquarters when he overheard Uchiha Tekka and Uchiha Yashiro chatting excitedly. They were clearly thrilled about Sasuke Uchiha's birth. Really? Ryuin smiled casually but thought to himself, Sasuke Uchiha's birth. Meaning the Konoha 12 were coming, one by one. More importantly, the Ninetales attack felt like it was right around the corner, and the Ninetales rampage, that would be a major turning point for the Uchiha clan and Konoha village. It's just a shame about the 4th Hokage. Thinking of that, Ryuin felt genuinely bad for Minato Namikaze. Honestly, Minato was a great Hokage, improving the village and easing internal tensions. His ability and strength were clear to everyone. In a way, he truly embodied the will of fire. Too bad, the true will of fire was just a paper tiger facing the will of darkness, facing Konoha's leadership, especially the power-hungry Hiruzen Sarutobi. Minato's fate seemed sealed from the start. Still, Ryuin wasn't about to be a savior and rescue Minato. After all, dying for Konoha was the ninja way Minato believed in. It was just a shame that Naruto Uzumaki was born to be manipulated by Sarutobi. No going dark, just the protagonist's plot armor. Meanwhile, Konoha Hospital, inside the most exclusive ward. Another son. Uchiha Fugaku, clan head, held a crying baby, his face beaming. Let's name him Sasuke Uchiha. Lying on the hospital bed, Mikoto Uchiha spoke softly. Okay, Sasuke Uchiha it is. Uchiha Fugaku placed the baby next to Mikoto and nodded with a smile. Clan head, Lord Hokage is here. Suddenly, the door opened. Minato Namikaze, with his blonde hair and blue eyes, wearing the white Hokage robes marked with 4th Hokage, walked straight in. Lord 4th Hokage. Seeing him, Uchiha Fugaku bowed slightly, and Mikoto also tried to sit up. No need. Minato said with a smile, I'm just here to congratulate the Uchiha clan. He looked at Sasuke with gentleness and affection. as if he were seeing the child Kushina carried. Alright, I still have things to take care of, so I'll be going. Minato stayed only briefly, then bid a quick farewell. As the fourth Hokage, he had countless responsibilities. He'd come to congratulate Fugaku and fulfill his Hokage's duty. The fourth Hokage is truly an excellent Hokage. Mikoto Uchiha said meaningfully, watching Minato leave. Yes. Uchiha Fugaku's expression was unreadable. Is that my brother? Uchiha Itachi, who had been standing silently by the bed, stared at Sasuke, his eyes blinking. It seemed to be the throbbing of their blood, and Itachi secretly made a decision: he would take care of his younger brother, even if it meant giving up everything. Chapter 34. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The birth of Sasuke Uchiha was no big deal. Konoha was humming along, business as usual. The major clans were rebuilding, following the fourth Hokage, Minato Namake's lead. After all, those clans had taken a serious beating in the Third Great Ninja War, same as the village. Seemed like Konoha was on the verge of a golden age. Uchiha Ryuan, though, knew what was coming, but he didn't sweat it too much. He kept up his training routine, steadily getting stronger, day after day, week after week. Time flew. October 10th of the 48th year of Konoha rolled around. Early that morning, inside his room in the Uchiha district, Ryuan was meditating, eyes closed. Suddenly, they snapped open. He'd felt it. His observation haki had picked up a massive chakra surge in a secluded part of Konoha. It flared up and vanished just as quickly. Sounds like Naruto's about to be born, and Kushina can't hold back the Ninetales chakra. Ryuan didn't even blink. To him, it was just another Tuesday. Ding! New check-in locations have been refreshed. Please check ASAP. Then, the system chimed in. Huh? A new check-in location. Ryuan frowned, confused. He was pretty sure he had a few more days left before the 3-month mark. Why now? System, why's it early? Ding! Host, a special circumstance has triggered an early refresh of the check-in location. Special circumstance. Ryuan immediately thought of the Ninetales attack. System, show me my stats. Ding! Generating host stats. Ding! Stats generated. Host, Uchiha Ryuan, age, 12. Current check-in area, Konoha Village, cumulative rewards, Whitebeard template, 83.25% unlocked, Navy 6 styles, proficient, fire style, majestic destroyer flame, shadow clone jutsu, observation haki, top tier, armament haki, top tier, conqueror's haki, advanced, Hashirama Senju cells, fused, aim no habakiri, supreme grade sword, gentle fist art, 8 trigrams palm rotation. Next check-in location, Ninetales head. Check-in time, 1 minute. Note, check-in at the system's refreshed location for awesome rewards. No way, system, you're something else. A few seconds later, Ryuan's expression shifted. Now he understood why the system had refreshed early. This check-in location was insane, checking in on the Ninetales head. Only the system could come up with something like that. It was practically taunting the beast. With my current strength, I should be able to hold off the Ninetales for a minute. I mean, what's it gonna do, kill me? Ryuan started strategizing. He was already 83.25% synced with Whitebeard's template, and with his Hashirama cells, he could unleash some serious power, but rushing in headfirst would blow his cover. Hold on, I can use a mask and use sword skills and the Gura Gura no Mi's power to suppress the Ninetales, without revealing my other abilities. Suddenly, Ryuan's eyes gleamed with a plan. PS, tips, collections, reviews, flowers, all welcome. Dragon Boat Festival book deals. Get 5x the value in VIP coupons. Click here for deals. Event period, June 22nd to June 24th. Chapter 35. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time flies, and evening arrives. The full moon hangs high, its bright light bathing the village of Konoha in an almost chilling glow. Then, out of nowhere, a ripple in space, a masked figure, Uchiha Obito, appears on a large tree at the edge of Konoha. Tonight, the Ninetales Jinchuriki will give birth. Moments later, a white Zetsu emerges from the ground. He glances at Obito. The fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze, and the Ninetales Jinchuriki, Kushina, are both within a concealed barrier right now. Got it. Obito responds emotionlessly. Let's collect some interest from Konoha first. Then, our plan can begin. Before he finishes, whoosh. Another spatial ripple, Obito disappears. Heh, Konoha, the white Zetsu mutters with rare disdain after Obito vanishes. It then dives back underground, meanwhile, within the Uchiha Clan compound. Is it starting? Uchiha Onion seems to sense something. He snaps his eyes open and mutters to himself, the masked man, Obito, has shown up. The Ninetales is about to tear Konoha apart. The moment the Ninetales appears, I'll be ready to move. A smirk plays on Leonion's lips. He pulls out a white-bearded mask he's been secretly preparing and slowly places it on his face. That's right, his plan is to appear the instant the Ninetales manifests. He'll suppress the beast with his lightning powers, and then, sign a contract right there on the Ninetales' head. After the signing, he'll release the Ninetales to continue its rampage, while he races back to the Uchiha compound to ensure he has an alibi. As for helping Konoha deal with Obito and the Ninetales, no way, he's no savior. In fact, Uchiha Onion's almost hoping Konoha suffers a disaster. This time, I can use all my abilities except for taijutsu. I wonder if my skills can subdue the Ninetales. With the white-bearded mask secured, Leonion changes into a black combat uniform. With a thought, a miniature version of the Kusanagi sword appears in his hand. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, time ticks by. Leonion focuses, pushing his sensory abilities to the limit, silently scanning Konoha for any sign of what's to come. Suddenly, without warning, Leonion, who's been ready for some time, snaps his eyes open. It's time to go. The show's about to start. Boom, starred at a terrifying explosion. Konoha shakes violently, as if hit by a magnitude 10 earthquake. Enemy attack. Enemy attack. Damn it, what's going on? Who would dare attack Konoha? Get to the blast site. Find out what happened. Whoosh, whoosh, the Umbu, Root, and the Konoha military police spring into action. The shockwave is so intense that even the Uchiha, Hyuga, Nara, Yamanaka, and other clans with bloodline limits dispatch ninja. Even ordinary citizens look around in confusion. No one knows what caused the explosion. Konoha is the strongest ninja village in the world. Who would be crazy enough to set off a massive explosion here? Roar. Sadly, just as the Konoha ninjas begin to mobilize, they witness something they'll never forget. Under the full moon, in the southern district of Konoha, a giant orange fox with 9 tails roars at the sky. With each frenzied sway of its tails, a terrifying wave of chakra explodes outwards. Silence, dead silence. The Root, the Umbu, and the military police, who were already moving, freeze in terror, their faces etched with shock. More precisely, the entire village is stunned. No way, this can't be happening. The Ninetales. The legendary Ninetales, how could it break free from its Jinchuriki? It looks like it wants to destroy the world. Rumble, boom, the Ninetales, controlled by Obito, has been released, and even with Obito's control, the beast is in a frenzy. Its massive tails swing, leveling buildings and killing civilians who were too stunned to run. The situation spirals out of control. P.S. Tips, collection, flowers, reviews, all appreciated. Chapter 36. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The whole situation spiraled out of control. Seriously, it was just chaos. Normally, if another ninja attacked the Leaf Village, people wouldn't freak out too much. After all, the Leaf is supposed to be the top ninja village, but this? The legendary Ninetales showing up. It was way beyond what most civilians could handle, and even a lot of ninjas were panicking. Quick! Get word to Lord Hokage. The Ninetales is here. Evacuate the civilians, now. Damn it, we gotta stop that thing. The Leaf Village's elite ninja squad, the Umbu, were the first to snap out of it. They split up, one group to try and contain the Ninetales, another to evacuate civilians, and the last to find the third Hokage, Sarutobi. No doubt about it, these were Sarutobi's guys. At a moment like this, they dropped the act and went straight to their real boss. As for the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze, sorry, but their loyalty never really belonged to him. However, the third Hokage, Sarutobi, already knew about the Ninetales rampage. He wasn't an idiot. He took one look from a rooftop in the Sarutobi clan compound and knew the Ninetales was tearing the Leaf Village apart. Damn it, how did the Ninetales get loose? Standing there on the roof, Sarutobi looked grim. He remembered it was the day Kushina, the Ninetales host, was giving birth. Minato, the fourth Hokage, had made every preparation. Now, something clearly went wrong. Wait a minute, the Ninetales looks like it's being controlled by the Sharingan. Sarutobi, watching from a distance, suddenly seemed to see something. His face twisted in disgust. Sharingan? The Uchiha Clan? What the hell were they trying to pull? Instantly, a storm raged in Sarutobi's mind. He couldn't calm down. Hold on, maybe the Uchiha aren't controlling the Ninetales. A few seconds later, Sarutobi seemed to have another thought. His expression was unreadable. Whether the Uchiha clan's Sharingan was controlling the beast or not, this could be an opportunity for him. The fourth Hokage's power base was growing, and now was the time to test his will to carry on the will of fire. Where leaves dance, the fire burns. The fire will continue to illuminate the village, and new leaves shall sprout. Minato, let's see what you've got. For a moment, Sarutobi watched the raging Ninetales, surprisingly calm. A flicker of anticipation even appeared in his eyes. Swish, swish, star, the sound of air being cut echoed. Over 20 elite Umbun ninjas appeared behind Sarutobi. Hold your troops for now. Let Minato's people go out there and die. The third Hokage, Sarutobi, ordered flatly, send word, evacuate the civilians and the younger generation. Then, have Danzo lead the route Umbu to the Konoha military police force and make sure the Uchiha clan's force isn't deployed. Understood. The leading Umbu ninja nodded. Immediately, the 20-plus ninjas from the Umbu disappeared. Uchiha clan, don't blame me for this. Even if you didn't do it, you're still taking the fall. Whoosh, star, the next moment, the third Hokage, Sarutobi, headed towards the Ninetales rampage. He was going to make his move. As the third Hokage, he should lead by example. At the same time, the first of the Umbun ninjas had already reached the Ninetales. Looking at the beast raging, despite the fear gnawing at their insides, they still attacked. But unfortunately, all their ninjutsu, kunai, and explosive tags were useless against the raw power of the Ninetales. With a single swipe of its claws, dozens of Leaf Village ninjas were sent flying, slamming into the ground with enough force to shake the earth. As for those attacks, they were like tickles to the Ninetales. Ugh! The Umbu ninjas who crashed to the ground were either dead or severely wounded, coughing up blood in despair. There was no way around it. The difference in power was just too great. Against the terrifying Ninetales, they were pathetically weak. Roar! The Ninetales didn't care. It roared and raged, tearing through the Leaf Village. Then, just as suddenly, crack, crack, star. A sound like the air itself shattering echoed. Everyone watched as the raging Ninetales stopped dead in its tracks. Immediately, with the Ninetales as the center, the surrounding air seemed to shatter. Cracks appeared, visible to the naked eye. Chapter 37. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Ninetales, mid-rampage, froze. Question marks popped into its head. What the heck? Cracks in the air. Seriously? The countless Konoha ninja, including the third Hokage, Sarutobi, rushing to the scene, were equally baffled. Ninetales, let me hitch a ride on your head. Boom! Without warning, the cracked air exploded, unleashing a terrifying shockwave. It slammed into the Ninetales, sending the colossal beast crashing to the ground. Roar! Blindsided, the Ninetales roared in fury. Though under the control of a Mangekyo Sharingan, a flicker of its original consciousness surfaced. Someone had sucker punched it, and it wasn't about to take it lying down. Hold your horses, I'm here now. Whoosh! Uchiha Itachi appeared before the Ninetales, Song Yunche in hand. He amplified the chakra signature of his Hashirama cells to mask his true aura. What is that? The Konoha ninja stared, bewildered by the white-bearded mask. One thought dominated their minds: who's this clown, trying to act tough in front of the Ninetales? Does he have a death wish? That's an insane chakra level, not like anyone I know. The third Hokage, Sarutobi, finally arrived and frowned. He quickly considered everyone he knew, but nobody matched the guy's description. And what was that long-handled sword thing? Everyone, stand back. Unsure of the masked figure's identity, Sarutobi signaled the Konoha ninja to hold their positions. Don't rush in, few, star of the Ninetales scrambled to its feet, glaring at Uchiha Itachi. It roared, baring its fangs, and charged. Heh! A spark of excitement flickered in Uchiha Itachi's eyes. After all these years of grinding, it's finally time to cut loose. He hoped the Ninetales could last a while, so he could really enjoy himself. Uchiha Itachi's gaze hardened. He gripped Song Yunche, and a terrifying chakra erupted, coiling around the blade. White tendrils of light flickered above the chakra. It was a fusion of Hashirama's chakra and the power of the tremor fruit. Just how powerful was it? Even Uchiha didn't know. Guess he'd have to test it out on the Ninetales. Buzz, star. Uchiha Itachi gripped Song Yunche with both hands. With a sudden swing, he unleashed a white shockwave slash, dozens of meters long. Crack, star. As the slash materialized, visible cracks appeared in the air, like a shattered mirror on the verge of collapse. Boom, star. The Ninetales met the attack head-on, unleashing a devastating chakra wave from its own body. It refused to back down from the white slashing wave. It still couldn't believe it. Was it any chakra attack that it should fear as the legendary Ninetales? Maybe being sealed for so long had scrambled its brains. It sensed the Hashirama's chakra on Uchiha Itachi, but completely missed the tremor fruit's power, so, when the white slash slammed into the Ninetales, a devastating concussive force erupted. The Ninetales stared in disbelief as cracks spread across its body. Chapter 38. You are listening at novelfull.audio. My body, he stared at his own fractured form. Even the Ninetales, usually controlled by the Sharingan's genjutsu, looked genuinely shocked. What kind of power is this? It had ignored his raging chakra and shattered his body. Then again, as a tailed beast, the Ninetales could only be sealed, not killed. Even if it died, it would eventually resurrect, and as the strongest of them all, the fully realized Ninetales was nearly equal to the combined power of the other 8. So, despite the cracks all over its body, the Ninetales roared, unleashing a terrifying wave of chakra that made the heavens themselves tremble. Roar. Seconds later, the enraged Ninetales retaliated, opening its maw as a terrifying amount of chakra rapidly converged, forming a massive tailed beast bomb. Everybody back off. As soon as the tailed beast bomb materialized, the third Hokage, Sarutobi, finally reacted. He glanced at the mysterious man wearing a white-bearded mask and decided to retreat. No choice, really. He didn't know what this guy was up to, but, if he was dealing with the Ninetales, then he was practically an ally of Konoha. Besides, with this mysterious figure around, Konoha's losses could be minimized. Win-win, right? Let's go. The Konoha ninja who received the order knew the Ninetales was about to unleash a big attack. They didn't hesitate, evacuating as fast as they could. Caught in the retreat, the Konoha ninja fell back in disarray. Tailed beast bomb, huh? Watching the Ninetales attack, Uchiha Itachi's eyes flashed with battle lust as he lightly swung Cloud Cutter. Song Yunche Zhen. Whoosh. Instantly, a visible wave of energy shot forth, striking the Ninetales' tailed beast bomb at lightning speed. Boom. A deafening roar erupted, the air exploded. The energy wave was so intense that space itself seemed to ripple, perhaps even crack, then, before everyone's eyes. The Ninetales' tailed beast bomb violently detonated, the resulting shockwave swept outward, causing buildings and the ground to explode and quake. The power was so immense that it looked like Konoha was about to be destroyed. Unbelievable. Absolutely stunning. Watching this, the retreating Konoha ninja, including the third Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen, looked completely flabbergasted. The scene was devastating. In the distance, the mysterious man remained calm and collected. The Ninetales, however, wasn't so fortunate. There was a noticeable cut on its head. Though it was rapidly healing, it couldn't hide the fact that it had been hit. In other words, the mysterious man's attack not only blew up the Ninetales' tailed beast bomb, but also directly struck the Ninetales. He blocked the Ninetales' attack again. He's too strong. Who is this guy? How can he be so powerful? The terrifying chakra, the insane swordsmanship, and the strange power that can shatter the air. Just how strong is he? Countless Konoha ninja, still reeling from the initial shock, stared in disbelief. This was the mighty Ninetales, a force capable of destroying the world, right? But now, some mysterious dude blew up its tailed beast bomb. Minato, where are you? Sarutobi, the third Hokage, took a deep breath, his mind racing. The Ninetales had been unleashed. Minato was nowhere to be found, and now some masked weirdo had shown up. Damn it, Konoha was going to turn into a free-for-all. Okay, the immortal body combined with Whitebeard's powers is a game-changer. Uchiha Yonyen, wearing the Whitebeard mask, nodded in satisfaction. He understood now. He had signed in and gotten the Whitebeard template, and it was Whitebeard at his peak. Even with only 83.25% unlocked, he could unleash terrifying strength. Combined with the immortal body, the current Uchiha Yonyen could wield the power of the Tremor fruit with impunity. Well then. Watching the Ninetales repair the wound on its head, Uchiha Yonyen's eyes glinted with amusement. He couldn't kill the Ninetales anyway, so a little harmless fun couldn't hurt, right? And so, in this situation, Uchiha Yonyen, wielding Cloud Cutter, took the initiative to attack. The Ninetales, fueled by rage, bared its fangs and charged fearlessly at Uchiha Yonyen. Rumble, rumble. Boom. Explosions echoed. Half of Konoha was now a battlefield between the Ninetales and Uchiha Yonyen. With every roar, buildings collapsed and were destroyed. Thankfully, most of the civilians had been evacuated. Otherwise, Konoha's population would have been reduced by at least half after this fight, and the battle between Uchiha Yonyen and the Ninetales was completely one-sided. From the start, Uchiha Yonyen had been on the offensive, pressing the Ninetales, especially after combining the power of the Tremor fruit with the immortal body and chakra. Almost every blow left a deep cut on the Ninetales' massive body. The Ninetales is getting wrecked. What terrifying power! Chakra like that. I want to feel it in the first Hokage's body. Watching the Ninetales getting thoroughly trounced, the Konoha ninja who had retreated were stunned, shocked, and confused. What the heck? Was this the legendary Ninetales that could destroy the world? Only the third Hokage, Sarutobi, looked shocked, and a trace of doubt flashed in his eyes. He finally remembered that the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, seemed to have similar chakra, so the mysterious person in front of him had the legendary immortal body. P.S. Ask for tips. Collection. Flowers and reviews, sprout new. Thank you. Chapter 39. You are listening at novelfull.audio. An immortal body? Vortex Clan? Or maybe the Thousand-Handed Clan? For a moment, Hokage Sarutobi, the third Hokage, was on edge, gripped by a vague sense of dread, because whether it was the fall of the Uzumaki clan or the decline of the Thousand-Handed Clan, he seemed to have played a secretly dishonorable role. Now, the appearance of this mysterious figure frightened him. Back on the battlefield. Bang. More explosions echoed. Uchiha Yonyen sliced off 3 of the Ninetales' tails. The force of the blast shook the massive Ninetales, causing it to tremble violently before collapsing to the ground with a thud. Miserable, utterly miserable. The Ninetales, now flat on its back, though still under the control of the Sharingan's genjutsu, its heart was filled with a crushing sense of powerlessness. It had finally broken free of Kushina's body, eager to unleash its fury, but now, it felt the fear of being dominated by Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha all over again. Back in the Warring States period, the Ninetales had been a force of nature, destroying anything it wanted, truly unstoppable. but after encountering Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha, its tragic life began. One controlled it with the Sharingan, the other suppressed it with would release. Now, years later, the Nine Tails finally emerged, only to run into a mysterious figure wearing a swirl-shaped mask, then another wearing a white-bearded mask. Talk about a rough day. The Nine Tails started to question its own existence. Seriously, was it really the strongest of the nine-tailed beasts? Why was it constantly getting its butt kicked? This was pathetic. Roar. Still, the Nine Tails was the Nine Tails, even when beaten and cornered. It didn't back down. It roared ferociously, unleashing a wave of chakra that shook the very heavens. Miraculously, its severed tails began to regenerate at an incredible rate. Nine Tails, you're really asking for it. Seeing this, Uchiha Onyon's eyes turned cold. Boom, 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 boom. Moments later, another deafening roar shook the area. A terrifying shockwave ripped through the air, blasting through several tailed beast balls before slamming into the Nine Tails. It left the tailed beast, tailless. The Nine Tails seemed completely overwhelmed, its massive body crashed to the ground and didn't move for a long while. The Nine Tails is getting hammered. A look of horror flashed in the Third Hokage's eyes, but his expression turned grim as if he'd just realized something. The Nine Tails look suppressed. Suppressed? It's a total beatdown. Who knew the legendary Nine Tails was such a pushover, that the Konoha ninjas were stunned? Some were numb with disbelief. Who could have imagined the legendary Nine Tails being so easily defeated, getting tossed around like a kitten? Almost done. Seeing the Nine Tails unable to get back on its feet, Uchiha Onyonyen, wielding Tsongyinchi, flashed into motion and landed on top of the Nine Tails' head. Boom. He unleashed a devastating burst of power, smashing the Nine Tails' head into the ground, creating a massive crater. The Nine Tails, still trying to lift its head, was caught completely off guard. Sensing Uchiha Onyonyen standing on its head, the Nine Tails was utterly dumbfounded, its mind blank. One thought filled its head: I'd rather be sealed away than come out here and get pummeled. At this point, the Nine Tails would rather be completely controlled by the masked man Obito's Sharingan, would rather lose its mind completely than be humiliated like this, especially with Uchiha Onyonyen standing on its skull. It wasn't about the damage, it was about the insult. It just wanted to die, because, it remembered, Hashirama Senju's would release had also been its bane. Seriously, the Nine Tails is so beaten down it won't even fight back. The Konoha ninjas stared at Uchiha Onyonyen standing on the Nine Tails' head like an emperor, their faces still numb from the shock. They couldn't believe that in the face of such a low damage, high insult move, the Nine Tails wasn't resisting. Was this really the legendary Nine Tails? No matter what, I have to keep this mysterious person in Konoha. The Third Hokage clenched his fists, a desperate resolve burning in his heart. This mysterious man's strength and abilities were enough to disrupt the balance of the ninja world. The Third Hokage had a bold idea. No matter who this mysterious figure was, as long as he didn't harbor any ill will toward Konoha, he would try to brainwash him with the will of fire. Meanwhile, system, sign in on the head of the Nine Tails. Standing on the Nine Tails' head, Uchiha Onyonyen surveyed Konoha Village and issued the command silently, his expression unchanged. With his current strength, using the power of the Gura Gura no Mi and his immortal body, combined with armament haki, suppressing the Nine Tails was normal. No need to get excited. 1 second, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, finally, after a minute, the system's prompt sounded. Chapter 40. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Okay, hold on. A minute later, the system chimed, clear as a bell. Ding! Congrats! New location unlocked, Nine Tails' head. Check-in complete. Ding! Acquired, Moon Breathing Technique, Rasengan, and 3% experience boost. Ding! Rewards deposited. Access them through your system menu. Alright system, let's see what we got. Moon Breathing Technique, derived directly from the Sun Breathing Technique, created by Michikatsu Tsujikuni, elder brother of Yorichi Tsujikuni. The Moon Breathing Technique unleashes wide arcing slashes accompanied by countless moonlit blades. It's basically a barrage of high-speed, devastating attacks. Given the host's exceptional physical prowess, the complete technique will be instantly mastered upon acceptance. Rasengan, a concentrated chakra sphere formed by channeling chakra into the palm, swirling it in multiple directions, and compressing it into a palm-sized, non-elemental ball of energy. Unleash on your opponent. Instant mastery upon acceptance, and serves as a base for developing Rasengan-derived ninjutsu. Whitebeard template, unlocked to 83.25%. Plus 3%. Current unlock percentage, 86.25%. Seriously? The moon breathing technique. Listening to the system notifications flooding his mind, Leonian Uchiha instinctively glanced at the full moon hanging in the sky, shaking his head, lost in thought. He really didn't expect to snag the moon breathing technique from Demon Slayer at this particular check-in spot. What is a breathing technique, you ask? Simply put, it's a method developed by Yoriichi Tsujikuni to fight demons. It all started with the sun breathing technique. Then came the 5 primary styles: water, thunder, flame, stone, and wind. From there, countless variations emerged, each with its own unique properties. The main function is to strengthen the heart and lungs, allowing the user to absorb a massive amount of oxygen rapidly, granting them a temporary boost in physical ability rivaling that of a demon. And the moon breathing technique? It's a direct offshoot of the sun breathing technique, created by Michikatsu Tsujikuni, Yoriichi Tsujikuni's older brother. Considering Leonian Uchiha's already formidable physical strength, integrating the moon breathing technique would catapult his capabilities to a whole new level. And the Rasengan, perfect timing too. Leonian Uchiha then turned his attention back to the Rasengan, nodding in satisfaction. He'd already been working on his own version of the Rasengan for a while, so getting the Real deal meant his understanding of the technique would improve exponentially. System, integrate everything. Without hesitation, Leonian Uchiha issued the silent command, buzz. Instantly, without warning, 2 strange energies surged into Leonian Uchiha's body. Before he could even react, he'd instinctively mastered both the moon breathing technique and the Rasengan. No way, he's gotten even stronger, the Ninetales whimpered, sensing the shift in Leonian Uchiha's power. Was this some kind of joke? How was this even possible? This guy was already a monster, and now he was getting stronger. Was he the monster now? Was he the Ninetales? The Ninetales, gripped by fear, started questioning everything it thought it knew. Just then, whoosh, star, with a swirl of warp space, Obito Uchiha, in his mask, materialized on the scene. Whoosh, the air crackled as Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage, appeared, using the Flying Thunder God technique. The Ninetales has been subdued. And another masked guy with Whitebeard's power. The moment they arrived, both Obito Uchiha and Minato Namikaze's eyes widened, a tidal wave of shock washing over them. P.S. Please give tips, collections, flowers and reviews. Your support is my biggest motivation. Thank you.